Welcome back, class 10, your history class, chapter 7. Continuing with your revision, Swaraj Party and its work. The suspension of the non-cooperation movement caused a strange dullness in the Congress camp. So there was a dullness, everyone was demotivated in the Congress camp. Gandhi was in jail and Khilafat agitation was also subsiding. Khilafat agitation was also declining and Gandhiji was in jail. Now, there was much argument amongst the Congress leaders about the next step. So what will be the next step? There was an argument. The congressmen led by Chittaranjan Das and Motilal Nehru were of the view that legislatures should not longer be boycotted. Legislatures should not be boycotted. They therefore came to be known as pro-changers, for changing. Sardar Patel, Rajendra Prasad and others, on the other hand, felt that congressmen should carry the struggle from outside the councils. So, this was the difference. Chittaranjan Das, Motilal Nehru and other views that legislature should no longer be boycotted. They therefore were known as pro-changers, and Sardar Patel, Rajendra Prasad and others felt that congressmen should carry on their struggle from outside their councils. Now, Swaraj Party. The Congress at its Gaya session held at Gaya, held in December 1922, rejected the council entry proposal. Immediately after the session, some distinguished congressmen established a Swaraj Party within the Congress. So, a Swaraj Party within the Congress was formed. C.R. Das was its president and Motilal Nehru was its secretary. The Swaraj Party aimed at entering the legislatures and using them as a political platform to expose the evil designs of the government. So what was Swaraj Party's aim? It aimed at entering the legislatures and using them as a political platform to expose the evil designs of the government. Their immediate objective was the attainment of full dominion status. Now, elections of 1923 and 1926. In the elections of 1923, the Swarajists secured a considerable number of seats in every provincial legislature. In the Central Legislative Assembly, out of 105 elected members, 47 were Swarajists. In August 1925, the Swarajists succeeded in having Vallabhbhai Patel elected as president. So, in 1925, Swarajists succeeded in having Vittalbhai Patel, not Vallabhbhai Patel, Vittalbhai Patel as the president or the speaker of the Central Legislative Assembly. So, my mistake, it was Vittalbhai Patel. The achievements of the Swaraj Party. What were the achievements? The Swarajists failed to bring the government to a standstill. So, they failed in achieving something very unique. They failed to bring the government in a standstill. But they drew attention of the government to some vital problems, such as improving the conditions of the workers and reducing taxes, etc. They missed no opportunity to attack the anti-people policies of the government. So they always hit on the anti-people policies of the government. Now comes the Simran Commission. The purpose of the commission. The Act of 1919 had provided for the appointment of a commission to inquire to the working of the reforms introduced by it. Accordingly, a commission with Sir John Simon as president was appointed in 1927. The 7 members of it were all British. See, a commission was formed to inquire the working of the reforms introduced by it, but all the members of the commission were British. All parties in India protested against the all-British composition of the commission, obviously. Reaction against Simon Commission. So what was the reaction? The Simon Commission landed in Bombay. Then it was Bombay, now it's in Mumbai. Bombay on 3rd February 1928. That day was observed throughout the country as a day of strikes. There were hartals and hostile demonstrations. Violent demonstrations were there. The whole country rang with the slogan, Simon, go back, Simon, go back. Of the numerous protests and demonstrations, the one at Lahore on 30th October 1928 took a serious turn. How? Lajpat Rai was brutally assaulted by a British sergeant. So, a British sergeant attacked Lala Lajpat Rai and he was brutally injured. He sustained injuries, he was severely injured, from which he could not recover. Lala Lajpat Rai's death on 17 November 1928 spread shockwaves throughout the country. Police officer Saunders, the name of the police officer Saunders, who was responsible for the assault on Lalaji, was later shot dead by the great revolutionaries Bhagat Singh and Rajguru. So he was shot dead. So what were the recommendations of the Simon Commission? What did the Simon Commission recommend? The Simon Commission submitted its report in 1930. Three main recommendations were as follows. What were the three main recommendations? Diarchy should be given up and the Provincial Legislative Council should be enlarged. Diarchy should be given up. Provincial Legislative Assembly should be enlarged. A federation representing both the British India and the princely states were sought to be set up. It was stated that the Viceroy's Executive Council or the Cabinet could not be made responsible to popularly elected legislature. All political parties condemned the report as partial and inadequate, but the Nehru Report and later the civil disobedience movement were two important offshoots or side effects of Simon Commission's recommendation. With that, we come to the Nehru Report. I am revising the whole chapter, by the way. So, you have to pick up the portions which are there for your ICSE examination. The Nehru Report. An all-parties conference was held at Bombay in May 1928. The conference appointed a committee called Pandit Motilal Nehru, with Pandit Motilal Nehru as the chairman, to frame a constitution for India. The report recommended a federal setup for India, that is, linking up of the princely states with the British India. Its second proposal was it proposed joint electorates with reservation of seats for minorities in the legislature. Number 3, the report laid great emphasis on fundamental rights. It laid great importance on fundamental rights such as right to vote, freedom of conscience, and freedom from arbitrary arrest, searches, and seizures. The Nehru Report was submitted on 10th August 1928. Mahatma Gandhi considered the report as one of the big achievements of the year, but the younger generation in the Congress, led by Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose, demanded complete independence. Mr. Jinnah, earlier a congressman but now a prominent leader of the Muslim League, demanded more representation from Muslims in the central legislature and in Bengal and Punjab councils. So, the Nehru Report was submitted. Mahatma Gandhi considered it as a very big achievement, but younger generation in the Congress led by Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Bose demanded complete independence. They demanded complete independence. And Jinnah, who previously was a congressman, now a prominent Muslim League leader, demanded that more Muslim representation should be there in the central legislature and in Bengal and Punjab councils. So in the next class, this is all for today. In the next class, we will study or revise rather the reasons for and the circumstances leading to the civil disobedience movement. We will discuss the reaction against the Simran Commission and anger born out of the death of Lala Lajpat Rai, Nehru Report, Viceroy's Declaration of October 1929, Lahore Session and the demand of Purna Swaraj, Gandhiji's 11 demands and things like that. So then we'll go to civil disobedience movement. It's a big chapter. We'll revise it. It will take 2 or 3 more classes. So that is all for today. So in this class, we have revised very significant portion, which is the Swaraj Party and its work, the elections of 1923-1926, the achievement of the Swaraj Party. Under Simran Commission, we have revised the purpose of the commission. We have revised the reactions against the commission. We have revised the recommendations of the commission. And we have also revised the Nehru Report. So that is all for today. Thank you very much.